the door is right in front of you, so you could always exit that way. And you're not hooked, so you can't be having to like go through people to come wrap around. The stairs, if anything, you also have leverage. So if you need to drop kick somebody, you can drop kick someone from a height.
You can kick them downward.
Yes.
With the force of gravity helping you.
Yes. And then on top of it, you have the pole there to also help you.
For sturdiness. Okay.
Yes. And then what else? Yeah.
Look like
That's basically it.
You gotta have a face of like a 500-yard stare, not a 1,000-yard stare.
About this guy, sorry.
Not a 1,000-yard stare, but you need like a 500-ish.
Not a 500.
Like a face where they just like.
This is Sparta.
I do believe that door right parallel to those 2 seats or 3 seats. Sometimes they're straight, sometimes they're like this. Straight to the door is a perfect exit when that door opens. Just keep that in mind. Just keep an ear, okay? Another thing I think you could prevent sometimes is if you know your stop is coming.
Yeah.
Be prepared to get off on your
seat. Like at least a stop beforehand. Get up out of your seat.
Sometimes a stop beforehand is not enough because you're thinking traffic can save you, and then and it goes, oh, my stop is, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I do believe just trying to move with politeness is very key.
You gotta be polite.
But like,
I was gonna say
assertive politeness.
I was gonna say headphones in,
one out.
No, headphones in, because when your headphones are in, for someone to come up and talk to you, they gotta be like, and it forces you to like take up and be like, what? Or you could pretend the music's so loud in your ear, whether it's on or off, and just ignore
look them dead in their face.
Yeah, you just like.
But we're talking about safety, guys.
Right.
No, but ignore like.
I do believe that you should have one ear out.
Like completely out
the gate. I think you should have one ear out.
Yes, one in, one out.
Yeah.
Because people don't actually see when the other one's out. They actually see when it's in.
I don't know about all that, but maybe you may be.
I look at it as like when my headphones are in and I'm like in my zone. Yeah, I'm always you're always using your side eye. But
what is this, Baby Driver?
Yeah, it really is on the TV.
Sometimes
it's Baby Driver-ish.
Sometimes it's just best to be nice to people. Just be nice.
Yeah, be pleasant.
Be very pleasant because you might say something to the wrong person. And this goes for the TTC drivers too. TTC bus people too. The bus drivers shouldn't be coming after people like that and being very disrespectful and all that stuff. I just don't believe that's okay thing.
I mean...
To be disrespectful, I don't think it's okay thing.
Wait, he's doing a ...
Some people are really great, like bus drivers, and others are not the greatest. Some of them need to be a little mean. Some. But I mean, like...
Some have to be...
Oh, ow.
Okay. Now, some could, some could be some idiots. Like some could be like they have like poor customer service and things.
Yes. Like prime example, okay, that one situation where the guy was being assaulted by a passenger.
Oh wow.
And the man was like, he was of Caribbean descent. Don't want to specifically say which one. I think we all really kind of knew which one he was. But he kept telling the bus driver to go suck his muma.
Okay.
And it was very, very vulgar. And the poor bus driver, he looked like he was very much a skinny, what's the word?
Like
meek kind of guy. And he just let the man terrorize his window.
Right.
And like shake the actual plexiglass.
Like you're shaking the door barrier of the driver.
And he was just very like intense. So in some situations, I think that the bus driver should be a little more. But just,
like we say all the time, I think I don't know which one you guys introduced me, but the fact they hire dudes that are like very burly,
I love it
for a reason, because
all the women be loving those guys though. Still,
just to be careful and be restrained. Well, you guys still on the bus, right?
Yeah.
We're still.
Okay.
We haven't reached the subway yet.
Okay.
We haven't reached.
All right. Let's.
Subway's a whole nother like.
Okay. So
yes.
let's start with
especially
the subway.
For people who live, who don't know the subway system here in Toronto, our subway system is a collective subway system, or a metro system, as some people may know it as. Ours is integrated together. So our buses and our trains and subways, LRTs, light rail transit, are all together. So you do not pay a separate pass or fee to be able to go on each or transfer to each transportation vehicle. It's all the same. One fee, one time. The only thing that you would have to pay separately is the Go bus, and that is completely different. It goes outside of the GTA or the general Toronto area.
Right.
There are some certain buses that you do have to go. Like if you're going out the region, it's like double fare.
Yes.
Oh,
But it all depends.
Depends.
But then that goes back to it's still greater Toronto area.
Yeah.
So, for subway stations now, I don't think people really know that yellow bar, that yellow median with the bumps, that is not for you to stand on during the train coming to look how far the train is.
The platform, yeah.
That's not a caution for you. It's a caution. Apparently, it is a caution for people that are
Visually impaired.
visually impaired.
Yes.
So when you feel because you'll see that same type of bump system on like certain streets,
Right.
like
the
certain
sidewalks.
crosswalks that
This
tell
is the
you like
reason
this,
why. Yeah.
there's a dead end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or this is the end of the sidewalk, and then the actual street walk symbol will start to make a noise. And then now we have voice activated street walking signs that says, what is it? Crosswalk is
I just hear a
all
beep, beep, beep,
walking.
beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, that too.
Next step of sitting.
And that's just to help those who are visually impaired be able to navigate through the streets. So we do have that also on the subway, not the voice activated aspect or the sound activated aspect, but the bumps on the ground.
Right.
So one thing out the gate that I can say, don't get that close.
I don't know why
I don't
people
care
like to
if
be
the
so
train-
close to it.
I don't. Yeah.
I like this. TTC gives you a thing on the top that says 5 minute, 2 minute. Sometimes it says any,
Yeah.
but
But
Sometimes-
why is your back not against the wall?
well, that's kind of a you don't know. God, Lord only knows what's on that wall. I'm not saying to be
Yo.
on the
Yeah,
walls, on
but
benches.
Yo.
Or, okay, let's talk about safety. Let's
why
talk
are you
about
not
health.
closer to the wall?
The
Like,
payphone.
Don't touch that.
We don't know what type of crimes have been on that payphone
That's-
Like,
scientifically, biologically. Benches. Just keep in mind that millions and millions of people been on those benches.
benches and benches. Yeah.
We don't know if they get wiped down. We're not too sure.
they used to.
So they say, but we do not know.
They used to.
But
Unfortunately. I don't know
when-
why they took that out.
I'm gonna say this. I think you should be very careful, especially when you have trains going on both sides. When you don't have the wall to protect you, is to stay away from the train tracks. Stay away from that yellow part. Please,
now,
I beg you.
what I was asking earlier, should they have a system like how some Asian countries have it, with the gate?
That would be cool, but
I said no.
No gate.
I said no to the gate. I think that people should just be able to have common sense and learn to have their back against the wall.
the gate
Common
system.
sense is not common.
But here's-
And
it's not.
self-restraint.
But I think the gate system only works if the train stops at the same place every single time.
which
I don't think it does.
Which yeah, I don't. Yeah. Which I guess with the gate system, it needs to learn how to just say.
Because you have the new trains and the old trains, and
That's another factor
maybe
too,
the
yeah.
doors are different. Maybe can you imagine? Literally, you know how much times at a younger age I used to go and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna miss this train, but this is the door that I have to go through. So I'm just gonna stand right here and I'm parallel with the door and it goes. And then the next train comes and that same door that you wanna go, you have to do a power walk to follow that door, or you gotta go the other way and just you see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So
I mean,
I would just say stay back from the moving train, because some people are mad enough to push you while the train is slowing down.
Train. Just
They don't
stay
want
back
you to
before
die.
the train comes even on the platform.
they don't want you. They don't want you to die,
They
but they
don't want you to
you.
die, but they want you to feel something like Spider-Man and the Sandman, or something like just push man's while
Oh,
the train is slowing down.
This guy's just Spider. This guy's just Spider-Man 3.
They want you to just. It's madness.
It's-
Oh, another thing. Sorry, let me go back to the bus. When the bus is arriving on the bus stop, please be careful because the bus is driving into the curve. You might have someone that wants to get on the bus, might push you. Just be careful on those things too, because some people don't like to wait in line for the bus.
It's just a lot of nonsense. Like, as we're saying this out loud, like,
You realize
it's a lot.
You realize the self-restraint, the lack thereof, the inability to just follow simple. Mind you, we live in this place where there are no bars. The cops are not on you. There's no restrictions.
What do you mean?
Please, keep it that way. That's my PSA.
I guess, yeah.
The last thing I want to do is have to pay an extra fare just to go downstairs.
Can you imagine?
Oh shoot! Wow.
Because people are just
There might
not
be-
smart enough to
I
just
wouldn't be
follow
surprised if
rules.
the fare goes up for the sake of safety. They might do a safety fare
Oh
tax
no!
benefit.
Don't manifest that. Because well, you know what? They're already trying to up it.
They're gonna try to
think
up
April.
it. If they can up it any way they can,
wait,
they'll
let me
up
look
it.
that up.
They'll up it. You know how much health insurance you probably have to pay for people getting hurt on the TTC probably? They're gonna up it some way, somehow.
Unless they do it as a crime. If any type of reckless behavior on the TTC, you actually get criminalized for it.
I know, but the employees are getting hurt.
That
They're
would
gonna get
actually
a
be something.
blessed compensation. And who's gonna pay for that? The taxpayers or the bus fare paper or both.
Or
You know what I mean? We don't know how the system works. All I'm saying, another thing on the what are the safety things you got to think about on the train? You guys shouldn't what is safety things you should avoid on trains? Avoid all eye contact.
My biggest thing is not avoid all contact.
you
when
look-
someone is sitting in a seat and the area is empty, do not sit beside them.
Yeah, your radar should be like, why is nobody sitting around that person? I don't care how silent they are. It could be a smell. It could be any reason. If someone's just
sit
there
right
by
beside
themselves, I don't even know, you know you have 6 feet distance? Treat it like it's COVID. 6 feet, there's six feet difference because there's a reason why, there's a story that was told before you became on that train.
Facts.
that's
This is very, very true. And I've seen this happen, especially when you're in empty buses and you're sitting in the back seat and that one person decides they
nobody in
want to
the back
sit
seat?
beside you.
Why is no one sitting beside this person? You know what? I'm going to sit in the front.
Don't make it your agenda to go and sit
I'ma
beside them. Like,
Sometimes you just have to go, I pay my fare and I look.
yeah, like when you're
Oh
paying,
no!
like scan.
Oh no! I'm gonna hold the bar. Oh no! I'm not going. And then the bus driver cries, "Hey, the white line, do not."
I am not moving till the white line.
see, they are clearly exercising their safety
Why
precautions.
do you think the white line is for the bus? That bus driver is ready to run if need be.
No, well,
A clear path. He needs a clear path, but he wants to go see. Yes, he wants to see, but it's the clear path of somebody obia root up on somebody
wow,
that day.
the obia.
I want to start causing a ruckus. He has a clear path. You think the bus driver is going to go save us? He's going to be the first one to run. As soon as he does this, click, them doors open, he's going to be the first.
That's just fast. They can just go.
That's
You can hear
fair.
clicking.
That's
And
You
it's
think they don't know
open.
how to open that door quick?
well,
Just in case they have to run out, like.
and that door is big enough to close everybody inside too.
No, it
is very wide.
especially
because they
the
can
funny
lock
thing is,
it.
when it's madness on that bus too, maybe people might not even know how to push through the door.
That's actually
Because if you think about it,
that's it.
now that I think about
everybody's
that.
pushing out one way. The doors probably go like this, right?
Maybe
they go
they-
in like this.
Right, yeah.
Imagine people are pushing like this in the middle, and people are pushing like this. Everybody's trying to get out of this one bus because somebody decided they're gonna go nuts.
Wait, pause. 2
How-
seconds.
Well,
Are the doors of the newer buses are they actually safety proof? Like in the sense that because the doors lock when they swing open.
right.
Are they supposed to be bulletproof? That's the reason why. Are they supposed to be like containers?
That's pretty bulletproof.
I don't
That is a good.
I don't think that's in the TTC
Question.
funding.
The way that
Maybe
it's set
on the
up.
108 bus.
No, for real, think about it. When you go into one of the
What-
newer
what-
buses, the
the
doors
108?
swing open, and they
Or-
swing open wide enough that it could actually attach to the rail where the white line is.
I do not know.
Wait, you're talking about
The seat, the driver's seat.
the driver's seat.
The door actually can swing open.
Oh, you're talking about the barrier for the
Yeah.
the bus driver.
Because
What I'm saying is
they
that a
click it.
container door.
I don't think that's bulletproof. I don't think you can contain anything in that
Like, because you can still stick your arm like
around. You can still reach around if you really want to deal with it. You really want to deal with that's a safety hazard. You can reach around and still deal with the bus driver.
I never thought about that, though.
With their people will fight people halfway out the car. Like you know what I mean? You think that little that's anyway.
I
We're
mean,
not
if they
promoting
start,
violence here.
if they
We're just
start
trying to make people
installing
safe.
that would be a really great safety mechanism.
just and then just ice off.
Because then it could just be like a nice container.
But then they
That's
can't
gonna
go,
be a
but
problem.
you can't go through the front then probably.
That's gonna be a problem
You,
though.
you have to tell people to go to the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a problem though.
Why?
Because let's say the bus drivers are able to isolate themselves, and the bus driver know they can isolate themselves. They could talk to you any type of way with no repercussions, and they'll be very disrespectful. You want to see people get TTC drivers get disrespectful? Imagine the one that you can't touch.
Like you said earlier, the LRT. The LRT is they're completely like
I know
in their booth.
but imagine a TTC driver that you can't touch, or they have no worry about you, and they like, oh, you can't pay your fare, huh? You can't pay your fare, even though the law is to educate.
Right.
The way they'll disrespect you, and then you're gonna have to get on the damn bus and get out of my way, and you're gonna have to walk, and your pride and your humility, while people are looking at you because they just saw what happened, or they're just trying to avoid it. Or they just said, you know what I mean? All that mental humility
Stigma.
is a problem. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, just everybody that's on the TTC every day, just be safe. Try to be safe out here. Be aware.
Like I said, I told you guys a story before. Some people be straight up naked on there, booty hole naked on there.
I would prefer the booty hole naked than the violence.
Have you ever seen them try to contain someone that's like
Not with youth on board.
no. Have you ever seen but like for
I
real?
still prefer it.
Have you ever seen someone?
Your
Preference.
But that's the thing. You're thinking that you're saying that you rather be.
I'd
Safe.
rather have the indecent
But
exposure
Have
than
you
the
ever
violence.
seen? I think
yes.
I've seen some in New York. Have you ever seen someone where like someone barely clothed is going nuts? You can't grab that person. Like, what are you grabbing onto?
Slipping and sliding.
that's
Because.
and then you have to hold down. You have to hold a naked person down. That's not pleasant. You
That's so funny.
have to hold a naked person down.
Listen.
A stranger you don't know.
Listen. If that's what you gotta do, you gotta do.
Nah, man, I don't know.
And then you try to grab
make
the man,
these
and you
streets
don't know,
safe?
and the man that's like streaking. You don't even know what's like. Next day you try to grab the time and just
no, but you're like
slip
you're
off
like
because you don't know. You don't even know what's on your hand now.
you
You know what I mean? It's madness.
You don't know what's on your
But
hand after that.
I'll just
That sucks.
leave it at that. You guys be safe out here in these TTC streets, all around the world, on public transit. I know it's not easy. And
Wait, just as a closer, would you recommend someone to take that class?
I feel like you can learn it from different ways.
Yes.
Probably
I
TikTok.
think you probably could.
TikTok will teach you.
I would like to hear some reviews of the classes, to be very honest, because the last thing I want to hear or witness or know or see is that people go to those classes and it ends up being like that whole Twitter
Or the Detroit
meme.
police officer,
Yes.
security guard.
that guy. And then, all those memes where people were like, if somebody came from behind in a car and tried to strangle you, and then you just flip the car back, and then you squeeze them, and you pop, 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 and then you get out the car. But now with cars that are automated or have like these tools that when you lean back in a car,
Or the recline, the slow recline.
Yeah, you just
It's funny because you think about it because they'll say, if someone does this, you do ha, 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 ha. And you think it's that easy, right? All you have to do when you do that first step, the man just misfires. Whoop, shut up. You're vulnerable.
because I'm still leaning back.
You're You got stabbed at 4 or 5 times. You're already ran out of breath. It's bad. Unfortunately, it's bad. But I mean, I wish them the best. Praying for you guys on the highways and the byways.
I want to know what happened to that money though.
I mean, it is
That 50 million, especially when they got an additional sum for a podcast. I want to know.
Remember, OT is a lot, yo. When you're making money off of OT, it's like, I just get to go on a TDC. I'm going to be at Bathurst today.
They get to choose the good stations.
It's like, oh, man, you got the station with the Timmy's in it? Oh,
Not
you got the one with the washroom?
Not the washroom.
Oh.
You're talking, the washroom.
That has the most.
I thought the Scarborough one that's deep. If you got to go to Scarborough to use the washroom, don't use the washroom.
If you were to pick a station to be like chilling on the whole time.
Which one would I be at?
So we're all patrolling and we get to choose.
You get to choose a station. What station are you choosing?
Summer Hill.
Oh, interesting.
Nobody's there.
That's a good choice. I was gonna say Pape. Pape Station, yeah, because no one. It's like in between. Who stops at Pape? Okay, people stop at Pape. But like, who really stops at Pape? You get what I'm saying, guys? Read the lyrics, please.
As weird as it sounds, because I think I know it with both like my hands, like with my eyes closed. I would just go St. Clair because I know St. Clair.
St. Clair West or St. Clair East?
St. Clair West. The reason why is because when you're on Eglinton train going to St. Clair, that delay is so long, it'll make you reconsider if you even want to like do anything after.
Right.
You're like, yo, I'm gonna deal with this person on the next station. You know what? I'm tripping, dog. You know what? I'm tripping. Let me just get my bus.
Now you're in the tunnel. You think your whole life.
You think you like
You're like that Eglinton to St. Clair distance will make you reflect on life as a whole. Because like you don't know when it doesn't even give you like a clue. Like you go on St. Clair to Eglinton, all you see is the light, and you're like, oh, I see light.
That is a very long passage.
That's all. Yeah.
You know, so I'll go St. Clair, and I like the concept of St. Clair. I probably have a hard time chasing somebody on St. Clair though.
No, because they could
They can run up the escalator or hop step, run up the stairs.
Go down
like,
the
oh,
elevator.
they should have run one way. They're coming down way. They're going southbound. They're going north. But like, oh, I can't catch you. I can't.
They can run out. If they're catching the streetcar, they can just run out that.
Run out, and then run out to St. Clair. Run up
to St. Clair.
Run into the Loblaws if they need to. Run into the park.
Oh no!
It's a field game. You're like, that's a run.
Dang.
My second choice would be Eglinton East.
And then it gets wet. I see people drop on them tiles. I don't know if they still have the tile floors. I remember the tile floors. Sometimes you know some stations have that one puddle spot. Chase a man there. It's whole hip replacement.
That's a hip replacement.
It's a hip replacement. But I'll leave it at that. What else is going on?
What happened to Andrew